what else is around the well? What else do you see around it?
So it kind of, there's a sharp drop off. It's rocky and there's water, and then there's a little wooden bridge.
Like water, you mean like a lake or something? A body
Yeah,
of
like
water?
a body of water.
Mm-hmm. Is that behind the well?
It's in front.
Oh, mm-hmm.
On the right, it's really, I don't really see anything on the right. I'm trying to look at the building. There's a building connected to it. It's tall.
Connected to the well?
Yeah, it's tall, and it's almost like it's made of like something yellow, like a sandstone, maybe.
Mm-hmm. What is this building?
I don't know, some sort of industrial building, I think.
Is it pretty large?
It's large. It looks like there's two like towers of some sort.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's like an industrial building of some sort.
Mm-hmm. And then what's around the building?
I see the blue sky. It's kind of like far from things. It looks like there's another building a little bit farther back.
Behind it, kind of?
Yeah, the main building is like on like a higher, it's on like a higher plateau.
Mm-hmm. Is there like grass, or is there a road, or
Grass,
what is the ground?
and it looks like there's kind of maybe a road of some sort that goes to the building behind it.
Connecting the two?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Are you alone, or is there anyone there with you?
Right now I'm alone when I got off.
Mm-hmm.
No, I think there's people around.
There is people around?
Yeah.
What are they doing?
There's someone on a road over there. It looks like they're pulling a cart.
Mm-hmm. What does the cart look like?
It kind of reminds me of the cart from Fiddler on the Roof. Like it's pulled by two animals, and then there's a guy pulling it, and then there's a cart with some barrels.
Some barrels?
Mm-hmm.
What are the animals that are pulling it?
It looks like they're ox. There's something with horns. So it's not like a horse.
Mm-hmm. So they're pretty big. Okay. Are they going away from the building or
They're going
towards
towards
it?
the building, and it looks like maybe there's two people in the cart.
Mm-hmm.
They're two men.
Are those the only two people around?
There's like so the building is like under a thing, and then there's like a gate, and then there was like somebody waving to the gate, and the gate's opening.
Opening up for that cart?
Yep.
Okay. So there's people letting them in and manning the gate?
Yeah. And then there's someone behind the cart that was like walking with the cart.
Okay. So where are you compared to them?
I'm above them.
Okay. So are you you're not within the area of the building. You're looking at it from afar?
Like the building is, yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Notice your body. Look down at your feet. What do your feet look like?
They're little, maybe. Hold on, I second guessed myself.
Are you young or old?
I'm young. I'm a young boy.
Okay, you're male. Yes. How young? Like a child or like teenager?
Yeah, like a child, like maybe 8.
So what are you wearing on your body?
Like lederhosen.
What kind of colors are on your outfit?
Brown and like a white shirt.
How about your feet? What are you wearing on your feet?
I don't think I'm wearing anything on my feet.
Just bare feet? Are you carrying anything?
I wasn't till you asked.
What are you carrying?
I got like a little bag.
What's in your bag?
There's an orange in my bag. And like a little doll and a ball.
What does the doll look like?
It's white and it's wearing blue. It looks like Bozo the Clown.
So it's like a clown doll?
Yeah.
What are you doing there?
I was playing in the water.
Of the well?
Yeah, like I came off the cloud and I was happy I was playing in the water.
So you're feeling pretty good there? So what happens next?
I don't know.
What else do you see happening right now?
I see another cart coming. There's more stuff on this cart.
What's on this
but
cart?
It's still barrels, but it's higher.
So it's still more barrels than the other one. What do you think is in those barrels?
Maybe whiskey. Maybe it's a distillery.
A distillery, yeah. So what happens with this cart?
It goes into the building too. And the lady, and she's wearing a pink dress, she lets him in.
What is this lady in the pink dress? Is she one of the people that opens the gate?
Yeah, I think she opens the gate.
Okay.
I think she works there.
Do you like sitting there watching this activity?
I think so.
What's special about that day?
It's my birthday.
Okay. So
I
why
didn't get the toy for my birthday.
you didn't get it for your birthday? It's just something you had. So why are you at that building on your birthday?
My mom's the lady that opens the gate, I think.
So does she know you're there?
I think so.
So do you go there a lot with her to work?
I think so.
Very good. Anything else you notice about that scene?
If I go down, the side and go down the thing, if I make a right, my tree with the bench, that's where it is.
Yeah. So you call that your tree? Is that a place you like to go?
That was when you took me to the relaxing area. That's where I went. I think so.
You like to go visit there?
I think I spend a lot of time in the tree. I think I live in a house across the river.
So you like to climb that tree?
Yes.
Is that what you said? Spend time in that tree? Yeah. Okay. Anything else you notice about that scene?
No.
Okay.
Or maybe I go to school. Like, there's a building that I go to a lot that's across the water.
That's across.
Yeah, I don't know if it's my home or my school. At first I thought it was my home, but then I look at it and I'm like,
It might be a school.
It might be a school or a church.
So let's close that scene. And I want you to go to the place that you live in that life. And let's move to the place that you live. You've now moved to the place that you live in that life. I want you to see the outside of it. What do you see?
It's weird. So it almost looks like it's that building across the way. So if I look at the front, this is why I thought it was maybe a church or a school. Do I live in this? I might live in. Okay, so it's pointy.
So it's like
And
a
then-
triangle almost.
Yeah, and then the steps go up both sides. So it comes down like an old church, and then the steps, you could go up left or right, and then
Okay.
it goes into the thing, and it has a little window like a church and
So
a
the
steeple.
steps go right up into that top area.
Yeah.
So how would you take the steps? Do they go right down to the ground?
Yeah, they go to the ground, but you gotta go around to get to the steps. Like it's not a straight.
So what color is this building?
Red brick. Red brick, and then like white. The steeple part's like white.
Okay, so let's go inside. How do you go inside?
You open the door.
So you go up the steps
doors,
first?
Yep. You go up the steps, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 steps. You totally not to count the steps. And the door is white.
So you go through the door. What do you notice on the inside?
It is a church. But I think I live offside the church.
To the side of the
It's
church.
like I see like little kid, like I see me running up and down that thing, and then I go to the left.
So you have to go through the church to get to
Yeah.
where you live. Okay.
Yes.
So now what are you seeing?
And so if I go, and then there's steps that there's like a loft of some sort, but I don't live in the steps. Like I live to the side. Let's see. And then there's another white door.
So it's off of the main level.
Yeah. I think it's only one level, like it's open. There's like a choir loft, maybe that's what it is.
Yep.
Or maybe like in the Episcopal churches where they have the things where you walk up and the pastor can hang out there too.
Yeah, he can stand up higher.
Like in the, so that's there, and then the house is like behind it.
All right, now I want you to see yourself eating a meal in that house. See yourself eating a meal. What kind of food do you have?
Mashed potatoes. And some sort of meat. Alright, stuff's making sense. My lederhosen was a gift.
Yep. From who?
I think from my dad. So we're in more modern times.
Okay, yep.
But then that doesn't...
It's okay, just tell me what you're noticing.
Okay, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay, don't be sorry.
I'm trying to
You're
make
doing
this
great.
story, and then I'm
Yep.
like, well, that makes sense, but then that doesn't make sense.
Let's not
Okay.
connect any dots, we
trying.
just are gonna observe.
I'm observing. Okay, so there's carrots on my plate. There's some sort of meat.
So we have mashed potatoes, carrots.
And then my plate is ceramic. It's white. I have modern silverware.
Yep. Who's there with you?
I'm not sure. I think it's my mom. I think it's the lady in the pink dress.
Just you and Mom?
Uh-huh.
What does your table look like?
It's square. And the chairs are built in to the wall.
So it's connected to the wall, almost like a booth.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's in a house.
Is it wood?
Yeah. Yes. And the walls are brown. And the table is brown, and then the back wall where there's no seating is white.
What are you hearing around you?
I hear playing outside.
Mm.
I hear children laughing outside.
Mm.
And my mom and my dad are eating with me now, and my mom's in the pink dress.
Mm-hmm. How do you feel towards your mom and dad?
I feel closer to my mom than my dad.
Mm.
I can kind of visualize the mom better too than the dad.
He's a little more blended or blurred out.
Yeah.
Are they talking to you?
Yes.
What are they saying to you?
How was school? Did you have a nice day? I feel like nothing really like chit chat.
Mm-hmm. And what do you say?
And then the dad seems like he's kind of strict. He says I better do good in school.
Mm-hmm. How does that make you feel?
I don't really. I feel like there's some contention with. I feel like there's like an unconditional love between the mom, but not really the dad.
Yeah. So I want you to close that scene, and I want you to see yourself doing what you do on a regular basis during the day. How do you spend the majority of your time? See yourself doing it now. What's happening?
And in a bedroom that's kind of modern, I have like some little plastic toys I play with. I like to daydream a lot. I feel like I like to be around other children, but other children think I'm weird.
So what types of things do you daydream about?
I feel like I have like these like soldier toys that I play with, and some animal toys. They're made of plastic. Are they?
So you just make up stories with these toys?
Yeah.
How do you feel while you're in your room playing with your toys?
I feel like I like it. I'm comfortable. There's no windows in the bedroom, and it's kind of small. Like there's a desk, and there's like a baseball glove and a picture, like on the desk, but there's not like a chair.
What's the picture of?
It's a man in an army uniform holding a baby, so I think it's me and my dad.
So your dad was in the army?
I think so.
Anything else you notice about that scene?
The walls are blue. And the blanket on the bed's blue.
Okay, so now let's leave that scene, and I want you to move forward to another important day in that life, a day that you consider to be important when something is happening. We've now moved forward to another important day in that life. What's happening? What do you see?
I'm in the army.
How old are you?
18.
What are you doing?
I think we're getting ready to get shipped off.
Where are you going?
I feel like Germany.
How are you feeling?
Nervous. I don't want to go.
Did you sign up to go?
My dad made me go.
So what do you see around you?
Other people. like other soldiers, and we're loading like a cargo plane.
Loading it with what?
Boxes.
And what are in the boxes?
It looks like bombs, like bombs to drop. Missiles.
So where is this cargo plane? What's around this cargo plane?
It's in a hangar, and it looks like there's other hangars around.
So you're just taking these boxes and handing them up to someone in the plane, or what?
We're pushing them in. Like, we got, like, some of them have dollies, some are being lifted.
How many, are there a lot of other people around you?
Yeah, there's a lot of other people.
What happens next?
They load the plane and it backs out. I'm not in the plane.
So you stay there?
Yeah.
What do you do then after the plane leaves?
I kind of just pal around with my army buds. I smoke cigarettes.
Who's, do you have friends around you? Are you close with them or not so much? Or?
Yeah, I think so.
Notice all of the pals you have around you. Do you recognize any of them from the life of Jennifer?
I think so. I feel like I know him.
Anyone in particular?
Tony, my friend Tony.
Anyone else?
My friend Jessica. Yeah, we're slackers. We don't want to be there.
They don't want to be there either?
Yeah, they don't want to be there either.
What do you guys talk about while you're hanging out together?
We like to have a good time. We talk about going to the bar and when we can get on leave, and we don't want to be there.
Anything else important about that scene that you notice?
My one friend who's kind of shorter and rounder. I think he's really scared of dying. He's more afraid of the war, I think, than we are. And we just try and cope.
Is he going to end up needing to be fighting, or?
I think we all are.
So what do you tell him?
It is what it is.
Anything else that you notice before we move on?
No.
Okay. Now we're going to leave that scene and let's move forward again to another important day in that life. Another day you consider to be important when something else is happening. We've now moved forward to another important day. What's happening?
Oh, we're actually in like a foxhole type of situation.
Who, those same people are with you, or
Yes.
what's happening?
We're getting shot at, and bombs are going.
How are you feeling there?
My heart's racing. I don't like it.
What are you hearing?
Gunfire, people shouting.
What are the people shouting?
Get down, get down. Get down, get down. I think they're speaking German too.
Mm-hmm. How does your body feel there, besides your heart racing?
Sweaty. And gross. It smells.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody smells. It's hot.
Do you still feel pretty healthy?
Yeah, but Tony just got shot.
Is he the one that was scared of dying?
No. And Jessica's freaking out.
And she's the one that's scared of dying? What happens to Tony?
I wrap him up and I stop the bleeding and other people come to get him.
Mm-hmm.
And Jess goes with him because she's freaking out and I'm still alone in the rabbit hole.
What happens next?
They just keep fighting. I ran out of bullets. I'm just kind of hiding. I'm just scrunching down, waiting for it to end. I have my hands on my ears. I'm just waiting for it to be over.
So what do you do when you run out of ammo? How does that work? How do you get more ammo?
I don't know. I'm too panicked to even do anything. I'm just sitting there shaking, waiting for it to stop.
Mm-hmm.
And then somebody comes, higher up kind of snaps me out of it.
What does he do to snap you out of it?
Just slaps my face.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we scurry along, but we're still kind of like in like trenches.
Mm-hmm. So where do you go?
There's a military vehicle we get in.
Where do you go in that vehicle?
I think we head towards the village. We get out. There's a couple injured people. Everybody's screaming, and you can just smell the blood. And I'm not hit, but I'm just. It's hard to watch.
Mm-hmm. It's hard to watch all of the people getting hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah. So is this something that goes on for an extended amount of time, or is that just like a shorter battle that happened?
I feel like it was a shorter battle that happened.
Mm-hmm.
But there's more like this. Like there's other battles.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's still like we're off on the thing, and there's still more people shooting.
So it's still going
yeah,
on.
it's still going on.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm done with that. But I have a feeling that I'll do more.
You'll have to go back.
I'll have to go back.
Mm-hmm. So what are you doing now?
We're in the vehicle. We're driving down like a dirt road, and there's trees everywhere, and we're driving fast, and people are screaming.
Because are you taking the injured back? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, and they grabbed me and took me. Yeah.
To take you back with them. I see.
And then there's like fast forward. There's a makeshift like hospital.
Mm-hmm. Do they have Tony with your group of people,
Yes.
or had they already taken him? Okay, so Tony's there. How's he doing?
I don't know. I can't see him.
Mm-hmm. What kind of vehicle are you in?
It's like a van. It's it has like a tarp, like like almost like a Jeep kind of.
Yeah, around the top of it.
Yeah. Like it's
So what are you doing now?
We're at the makeshift hospital.
What's going on there?
There's a really pretty nurse giving me some water. I really like this nurse.
Is this the first time you're meeting her?
Yes.
Look into her eyes. Do you recognize her from the life of Jennifer?
No.
So what happens next?
I feel like we're eating on like long tables, and everybody is really quiet. Like really quiet. Like everybody is just so shocked.
What are you eating?
Soup, but like gross, like stewy, stringy, not very good soup and bread.
Is this in a different place than the hospital now?
Yes.
Is Tony there with you?
No,
Is he back in? Where is he?
I think he's still in the hospital.
Is Jennifer or is Jessica with you?
Yeah, she's with me.
How's she doing?
We're quiet. I don't really know how she's doing.
Yeah. Is this the first time that you had to experience a battle, or have you had that before?
I think it's the first.
How are you feeling?
Numb.
Tell me more about that.
Like I just keep staring. I keep like using the food to not think about stuff. And I just stare. It's not what I thought it would be.
Tell me more about that. You didn't think what you thought it was going to be.
Like when I was a kid and I would play with my toy soldiers. And, you know, I knew it was scary, and I knew people came back missing legs and eyes, but it's one thing to actually be there and see it.
Yeah. How does your body feel at this moment while you're sitting there?
Rigid, like stiff.
Where exactly does it feel rigid and stiff?
The back. The shoulders, the neck.
So what happens next?
We go to sleep, and Jessica's with me in our bunk or whatever where we're sleeping. She just wants to go home.
Is that an option, or how?
No.
Yeah.
I guess we could escape. She actually suggests that we run away. Where would we run away to?
Are you in Germany?
Our home's gone. I think so. I think our home got bombed.
Where was your home?
Frankfurt.
So where did your parents go? You said your home got bombed?
England. They went to England. They could. from the church. The church got him to go to England.
Okay, anything else about that scene that you notice before we move on?
There's lots of stars. There's no light pollution. I do
So
like the
you're
stars.
outside.
We can see outside. Like it's like a tent.
So you enjoy looking at the stars outside. What are you thinking when you're looking at the stars?
With the nurse.
You're thinking about the nurse?
Yeah.
Anything else?
No, I want to go to sleep.
Okay. So now leave that scene and let's move forward one more time to another day that you consider to be important when something else is happening in that life. You've now moved forward to another important day in that life. What's happening?
I'm still a soldier, and I'm carrying a gun.
How old are you? What's happening?
Maybe I'm a police officer. I feel like I'm like patrolling the street.
So you're patrolling a street. Are you walking or?
I'm walking.
Is it daytime or nighttime?
It's nighttime.
What do you see around you?
I see like a town. I feel like I'm guarding the Berlin Wall. Like that's my job.
Are you still a soldier then?
Yeah, I think so.
What's special about this day?
It's my birthday.
What are the thoughts going through your mind on your birthday while you're guarding that Berlin Wall?
I'm thinking of my mom. I haven't seen her in a long time.
When was the last time you saw her?
5 years ago.
Why haven't you seen her in 5 years?
She can't get it to my side of the wall.
Oh, she's not allowed past the wall.
I don't miss my dad. He's a jerk. I miss my mom.
What's happening?
There's a mob of people. They want to get across. And I shoot the people. I shoot innocent people.
How do you feel when you shoot those people?
Surprisingly okay with it.
What's going through your mind when you shoot them?
They're gonna kill me first. Like I justify it.
Yeah.
And more patrol people come, and I kind of get away. I get up some steps.
Like they relieved you? Is that what you mean?
No, like
Or
I
you-
kind of escaped, but like more people.
Oh,
More people came. Like I'm
like
not,
the mob of people?
Yeah, the mob of people, but then more soldiers and stuff came, and I've gotten away from the mob of people. I'm not
Mhm.
running away because I'm still shooting at people,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm not. I have a whistle. I'm blowing my whistle
Mm-hmm. What are you blowing your whistle for?
because I don't know what else to do.
Mm.
It's chaos. So I'm just blowing my whistle.
Yeah. Are you still shooting people?
No.
What's happening now?
They're getting the mob under control. And I come back down and I help round people up.
Mm. Round people up
Like
to
kind of, yeah.
get
like-
them out of there,
Yeah,
you mean?
get them out of there and push them.
How's your body feeling there?
I mean, it doesn't feel good. It definitely has that stiffness.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that stiffness has kind of become like my soldier persona.
Yeah.
Like it's all, so it's, I'm getting knocked around a lot. It doesn't feel good.
Mm-hmm.
Not very flexible.
But you've kind of gotten used to it.
Mm-hmm.
What's happening now?
I'm watching from above, and they're getting the people away from the central part of the city.
Mm. That's where you are, is the central part of it.
Mm-hmm.
What city are you in?
Berlin.
Berlin. You are in Berlin.
East Berlin.
Mm. Anything else you notice about that scene?
No, just that I'm now watching it from above.
Okay, so you're not in the middle of the
I'm not acting.
chaos anymore? What are the thoughts going through your mind while you're up there watching it from above?
This is bullshit.
Mm. Mm-hmm. What is?
This whole thing. They don't pay me enough to do this.
Mm.
I mean, I just shot somebody and I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
Shot like 3 people. I just want a cigarette and a drink.
Yeah.
I didn't want to be a soldier.
Mm-hmm. Did you have to stay in as long as you did?
I don't think so, but I didn't know what else to do.
Mm-hmm. If you could be anything else, what would you be?
Poet.
Mm. Do you ever write?
I do.
When do you write?
At night.
Do you have any poems that you can look at?
Yeah, I have a little notebook.
Give me one of your poems. Do you have a favorite one?
Yeah.
You read it to me.
It's in German.
Mm-hmm. Could you read it?
In the night were the stars shining like diamonds. Walk softly on the ground. Melt into the ground. Disappear into the starry sky. My mind complete.
Very good.
Calm me down to read my poem.
Calms you down. Mhm. All right, anything else you notice before we leave that scene?
No.
Okay. So now let's leave that scene and we're going to move forward to the last day of your life in that life we're looking at. We've now gone forward to the last day of your life in that lifetime we're looking at. What's happening? You will not have any physical sensations. You can just talk about it. What do you see?
I see a living room.
Mm-hmm. What's happening in the living room?
It's just me in the living room. It's kind of a nice living room.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like I'm old.
How old are you?
Maybe 45, under 50.
Mm-hmm. What makes this the last day of your life?
I'm going to kill myself.
Mm-hmm. What are the thoughts going through your mind in that living room?
I didn't want this.
Mm. What are you talking about when you say I didn't want this?
I didn't want to be numb
Mm-hmm.
to all the pain I caused.
Mm-hmm.
It's not, I don't feel guilty that I killed people and that I was a Nazi. I feel guilty that I don't feel guilty.
Mm-hmm.
I feel guilty that I wasted my youth partying and drinking. It just feels like a waste.
Mm-hmm. So what happens next?
I'm at the bench and I shoot myself in the head.
Mm-hmm. What was the last thought that goes through your mind at that bench before you shot yourself?
That water's beautiful.
Mm. Notice where your soul goes after it leaves that body.
It goes up.
Mm-hmm. Where does it go?
It goes to heaven.
What does it see as it gets to heaven?
Stars.
Mm-hmm. Describe it for me.
I just keep going up, and there's all these stars, and then there's like a big star,
Mm-hmm.
and I just go up to the big star.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just light,
And what happens when you get up to that big star?
nothing. It's just white light.
Mm-hmm. What do you do when you get to that white light?
I think I become the white light. I don't really.
Mm-hmm.
I just disappear.
Just disappear into that white light.
But it feels like I feel separate,
Mm-hmm.
but apart. Like I don't feel like I'm not like one with the
Mm-hmm.
one with the light. Like I'm still separate.
Yeah, so you're still separate, but you're just kind of basking in that light. Is that
Yeah,
what you
I'm
mean?
just kind of there.
Mm-hmm. So is there anyone that meets you there or greets you there, or are you just kind of alone in that white light? What are you noticing?
There's a being there that looks like Jesus that's not Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just kind of welcome.
What are they? What are they saying?
You did good.
Mm-hmm.
And it's okay. I get hugged. But they don't really have a body, but they have a body that it's like the exchange of a hug.
Mm-hmm. The energetic. What happens next?
And then like I feel like a raindrop is kind of like what my body is. And I go past the being and then into more white light. And there's other raindroppy things. And I hear talking, but it's all murmured.
Mm. What do you go into the white light for?
To restart. I have to restart.
So let's connect back with that being that looked like Jesus. I want you to find them again. Are you with them again?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to ask you some questions about that life. What was the lesson or the purpose of that life?
There's redemption for everybody.
Mm. Tell me more about that.
There's good in everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes we do things based on our circumstances.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes we just waste things, but it's okay.
How is that life of that soldier affecting Jennifer?
I'm getting is it's not, but I know that's not true.
That's
the
okay.
first thing that came to me. It's not.
Tell me more about that. Is it affecting her physically at all?
Yes.
How is it affecting her physically?
She holds the fear in her body.
Where does she hold that fear from that life in her body as Jennifer?
In her bones.
No, I want you to notice, Jennifer, I want you to look at that, the body of the man that shot himself, and notice if any of your soul got left behind with that body.
Yes.
Where was it left behind?
In the left leg.
I want you to gather up that soul fragment, and I want you to reabsorb that soul. What was it? Why was it left behind there?
Shame and guilt. More shame.
What does your guide have to tell you about that shame and that guilt?
It's not the time.
It's not the time. Tell me more about that.
I wouldn't understand.
Is that not her shame or guilt to carry with her?
No.
So how can she let go of that shame and that guilt from that lifetime and keep the soul that she left behind?
She can dance.
How does that let go of the shame and guilt?
It frees the energy from the bones. She's meant to dance.
Has she been dancing enough?
No.
How often should she be dancing?
Every day.
Does she have a particular song that would work best for her to dance to get her in the highest vibration, to free that energy from the bones?
Anything with a beat. Drums. Like to pull into the bones.
To what?
Like hitting the bones. Like, yeah.
What is the fear in her bones? How is that affecting her?
Hurt.
Tell me more about that.
Moving forward.
It's keeping her from moving forward?
Yes.
In what aspect of her life is it keeping her from moving forward?
She's stuck in fear.
What is the fear what is she afraid of?
The unknown.
Why is she so afraid of the unknown?
Acceptance.
Tell Tell me more about that.
She wants to be accepted.
Mm-hmm. How is that connected to that life of the soldier?
He's manly and he writes poems. Nobody can know he writes poems.
Mm-hmm. So was he hiding those poems from everybody?
Yes.
What would have happened if he would have shared those poems with the others around him?
Maybe the nurse would have married him.
Mm-hmm.
People would have been less afraid of him. People were afraid of him. He didn't let anyone in.
Is Jennifer hiding any part of her from the people around her like this soldier was?
Yes.
What is she hiding?
Everything.
Like what?
Like her power.
Can we do a body scan for her? And I want to see if there's anything that she's taken with her from that past life that we can help her to release today so that she can stop hiding.
Okay.
Tell me what you notice.
The right hip.
What's going on with the right hip?
It's circular. And the right side's heavier. Is that like masculine? I gotta be the soldier. I got my hand on my hip. I'm ready to pull the trigger.
So how can we start balancing that out, please? We want it to be completely balanced for her moving forward. Circles. Tell me more about that.
Move the hips in circles.
Can you assist her to do that energetically?
Yes.
Right now? And also, is there something we need to do with the soldier in order to release that and help him balance out his masculine with his feminine?
Yes.
How can we do that?
Prayer.
Okay. What prayer do we need to say?
Our Father. He needs to forgive his father.
How can he forgive his father? What will help him forgive his father? What understanding does he need?
Softness.
I'd like to call upon all of his highest divine masters to assist him with that forgiving his father. Take him by the hand and help him to work on that forgiveness. What's happening?
He's crying.
What's going through his mind as he's crying?
He's always felt numb.
caused that numbness?
His father felt numb.
His father felt that same numbness. What's happening?
I feel like it's balancing out. Something was pulled out of the right side of my body.
What was pulled out of the right side of your body?
Like a big piece of wood, like a piece of driftwood.
What was that big piece of driftwood from?
I think it was like a piece of wood that was like floated by the monastery where he was a kid.
Mm-hmm. How did that big piece of wood get lodged in there?
Because he kept thinking about the past.
Mm-hmm.
It was a symbol of the past.
Mm-hmm. How was that piece of wood? How was that a piece of wood affecting his body?
Holding it back.
Mm-hmm. Would it be helpful to invite the dad to come see the soldier to give him that forgiveness?
Yes.
Okay, let's do that. What was the soldier's name?
Yes.
Tobias. If I call you Tobias, does that sound right?
No. That was the father.
Mm-hmm. What was your name as a soldier?
I don't know. Hansel?
Hansel? Does that sound right if I call you Hansel?
No. They call me Hans.
Hans. Mm-hmm. Hans, I want you to see your father there. And I want you to see what it was that his life was that made him so numb. That made it so that he could only give you as much as he could give as a father. And I want you to understand what he's been through, what his life was like that made him how he is. And that he did the best that he could.
Nobody loved him.
Mm-hmm.
There was a lot of abuse,
Mm-hmm.
physical abuse, when he was a child.
How did he cope with that abuse?
He blocked it out. He blocked everything out.
Notice how him blocking everything out, how that affected you and how you learned to cope with things. Did that affect you? Did you learn from that?
High example.
Mm-hmm.
I avoided, I daydreamed, I ate, I drank.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't look at things deeply.
Mm-hmm.
But I knew there was something bigger. But I didn't know how to look.
Mm. Why didn't you know how to look?
I didn't want to.
Mm. So is there any way now, Hans, that you can look at your father, Tobias, and offer him forgiveness and understanding for his actions and the way that he was towards you in that life?
Yes.
Are there any words that you have for your father?
I'm sorry.
Tobias, what do you say back to Hans?
I just wanted the best. I wanted to protect you and keep you on the straight and narrow, so no one would hurt you.
All right, now notice, Hans, that when you forgive your father, how it heals your body. What changes in your body after you give your father that forgiveness?
There's movement in the left arm.
Now also I want you to notice, Hans, when you forgive your father and you heal that left arm, you forgive yourself, or you heal yourself, how does that heal your father's soul and his body? Is there anything that changes with him?
He did good. It's generational. He stopped the abuse.
Hans stopped the abuse.
No, Tobias.
So in actuality, there was resentment there, but Tobias was actually stopping the abuse in this life.
Yes, he just didn't do it in maybe the most healthy way. He was cut off, but he never hurt Hans. And he loved him in his way. The things he did were to protect him.
Very good.